piss in it.
You can see at the far end, like to the right of where you're stood, there's a large gong, like hung from one of the walls.
Is it like a hammer or something nearby?
Yeah, it's got like a cloth wrapped stick that like hangs alongside it.
Just gonna steal it.
No, I was gonna smash the fuck out of the car.
I feel like that'd be cool choice. You mean we're gonna set up a plan? We're gonna run out attack. It's gonna hit. Go.
Fucking dong. And we'll impersonate the gong with fucking these. Okay.
Yeah, fuck.
So is there like any way we can go?
Yeah, sorry. Heaps. Well, not heaps, but yeah, so to your right you can see the small hallway that you passed through earlier.
Yeah.
Opposite you on the far wall, there is a set of stone doors. And there's, like, directly opposite you on the same wall, there is a portcullis, which is currently shut.
Let's go to the stone doors.
Stone door, stone door, stone. Do we have to walk
Yeah,
through
it's
the blood to
definitely
get to the stone doors?
Out of sort of area 10.
Area 10.
Okay.
Out of.
Okay, sorry, hang on, let me just check what this actually is.
Come on. Come on.
Ooh.
Ooh. Ooh, blaka.
Okay. Yep, what do you want to do?
Run.
Portcullis, stone doors, hallway.
Stone doors.
Doors.
Unless you want to investigate anything in this room, obviously.
Investigate the doors.
The doors? Sure.
Yeah, is it like a handle?
Let me find out.
Or do we just push on it like we always do?
What could go wrong? He's a great subreddit.
At night. Okay. Sure. No, these stone doors are unlocked. It looks like they can be locked from time to time if need be. But yeah, they can be opened.
Open sesame.
Sure.
Well, says me.
So these stone doors open out, and ahead of you now you can see there's maybe like a 15-foot wide corridor, and this corridor looks a lot nicer than like everything else you've seen. It looks like this is well maintained.
We're getting closer.
And yeah, it looks like this continues down a fair way, and at the end of this hallway there's like a large room with some pillars.
Hot or cold?
Warm up.
What?
Warmer?
I'm not telling you anything! Do what you want because a pirate is free.
You
are
a
pirate.
Sure. What do you want to do?
Let's go down, down, down.
Yeah, you want to head through?
Entire session opening song. Going down.
We're walking 500 miles.
Sure.
We're going low, low, low.
So,
Where the river goes.
you continue down, and you come to a large stone room.
We're in a room.
And all of this is going to happen at once. So,
Oh, fuck.
you walk into this room, and you now see to your left there is a large iron throne, decorated to be almost the shape of a hydra. The throne is currently vacant, however. Stood next to the throne is a well-decorated, well-armoured Wanti who has spotted you.
I think he said it was vacant.
No, the throne's vacant. Me standing
The
next
room's
to
vacant.
Stood opposite him, to your right, is 4 Wanti guards, who are all stood very formally with long arms rested on their shoulders, who have also spotted you.
So, do you know where this tomb of night gods
How Hey, this isn't where I parked my car.
Dude, where's your car?
It's not fucking in road.
So,
Well, I guess we're in that meeting anyway.
Do you want some cubes? Shit.
at night.
Maybe we should do this fight next week. Yeah.
Who said? Well, I mean, you're the one that chooses if it's a fight or not.
Okay, just.
Alright, Scott, someone getting raped. Wildlife.
Okay. So,
Sorry, not English.
I'm just trying to.
Me no speaky snake.
So, this one T stood next to the throne is the first to speak up, and he says, "Who are you? What brings you to the throne room?"
I, Ras Nsi, have returned. Say something.
I'm Ogmark. We are looking for Celsi. And I think we took the wrong turn.
And Albuquerque.
Simple.
Fucking please help us.
Celsi is not here. She's at her outpost. Who are you?
Pokemon.
Just every time you welcome back. I'm not anybody else. I don't know why you keep asking me.
I can't remember. I did.
I wish I had low intelligence right now.
Ogmark is not a name I'm familiar with. Are you a part of Solida's... Solida, not Solida. What was the name?
Celsi.
Celsi. Are you a part of Celsi's company?
Yes.
Then why are you here? Surely you would know that Celsi is not here.
She sent us here to meet Ras Nsi.
Good one.
You want to roll a... Actually, no, you're right.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
You just told me that you were here to meet Celsi. And now you're telling me that Celsi sent you here to meet with Ras Nsi.
Make fun of me.
Make a dickhead.
You can make a persuasion.
She was.
Or a performance, maybe.
I'm just a dumb wall.
Make-
Never mind me. No.
Yeah, you can make a performance as you try to like cover up.
Yeah.
Just start juggling the torch.
I'll try and act dumb as possible.
Oh fuck.
Fuck.
Did you both balls that?
If I fail in acting dumb,
That means you're acting
Well,
smart.
dumber.
Basically, Garth has been like, "No, Ogmark, we're here to see we're here to see Ras Nsi," and like gives this obvious wink.
Oh.
Yes, we are.
He's just like, he sort of like gives a nod, by the way, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm not buying it.
Damn.
Take them. I don't know who they are, but we'll sort this out." And like you hear the guards behind you all sort of shrink as they like bring their weapons up, and they like come over and start to sort of surround you.
Despite all my rage.
I'm still just an ant in a cage.
Why does that become a thing?
Why
Okay.
hasn't that become a thing? Are we fine?
Fuck yeah, we are. Let's do it.
Let's fucking go. How many is it? What,
Okay.
5?
5.
Let's go.
How far away are the other ones?
They're like next to you now.
Oh.
Well, usually they don't kill anyway. They just capture, and they wouldn't kill us.
Maybe
They'll
we should
use
let
it
him
for slaves.
take us away from this other guy and then get him.
No, because then they'll have weapons. Do it now. Yeah, kids. Initiative.
Yeah? Okay, I need to find some stats.
And that's an 8. So that's a 9.
Yeah.
And that's a 4.
Fuck!
Nah, it's not on the table, Tim. It's not on the
Does it not count because it didn't land in the dice tray?
It's gonna be a TPK. Woo! Sure.
Turn
So-
per kill.
Once you work that out.
TPK.
Okay. Sure.
A little bit better. Just by 15.
Oh fuck.
Initiatives.
9.
22. Seven. Do you want to count the one that fell out of the dice tray?
He's being serious.
Yeah, no. Oh, yeah.
Consequences. Okay.
We're so dead.
Well, I guess now's a good time to go into rage. No, my turn.
Where's me on the fucking... Can I have that cube back, you son of a bitch?
You gave it to him.
No, I didn't. He asked for it.
Fuck you, Scott, for wanting shit.
How dare you? Okay.
Well, Brody, I'm gonna be home, so better die.
Oh, fuck. No, well, they won't kill us. Like, they'll kill maybe some of us and then try and make us surrender.
Oh, what a shame.
But, like, I don't know.
Sure. Doing 7.
Brody's like, how can we go out for dinner when you finish D&D at 9? I'm like, well, might be finished soon.
Go for dinner at 9 o'clock.
Nah, we won't.
Who else is there? Xanath.
Zenith and Attack and Dexter and the Barn.
Slither. And the Grey Turtle.
Who's on our side?
Yes.
Thank you for the treasure. You are the
Come
best.
This is the best chain I have ever received ever.
Allergies here,
Okay.
friends here.
I need to find
What's the
this.
other chick's name?
Why you like
The
this?
blonde chick that you eat on?
Casella.
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 Casella's.
Mate, Casella rocks up. Oh shit.
She's not blonde.
You're not blonde?
She has dark hair. Dark raven hair.
That isn't just fair.
Guess what's getting clipped?
What time in the stream?
Yeah.
I should have this stream time.
Oh my god.
Up the top right.
This is fine.
Oh, now I'm 36.
I love the way I didn't bother prepping these stats because I was like, nah, they won't.
That's alright, they're all just ones.
21.
Don't know what.
I wonder how strong that. If he's like the second in command to Ras Nsi, we're kind of fucked.
Fuck!
Okay, I just need to take a couple more notes and then I'm through.
Pass without trace. See you, boys.
If you're gonna outrun a bear, you don't have to outrun the bear. You just have to outrun your friend. So all you have to do is outrun that in the attack.
Push Seth over and then run.
Okay,
Oh.
Woo!
so
I have a feeling Lockie would not have let us get in this situation.
what are we going to refer to him as? We'll call him the bodyguard, the guy, the big one. Okay.
Big bad beauty
Until
delicious.
you find out more information. He's going to act first.
The Super Sick Snake.
What a shocker.
He is going to draw his sword.
And he beat my 22. Fuck.
He pulls this great sword from his belt,
Oh, we actually were going to fight, guys. We just rolled initiative to talk.
and he's going to, basically, he's going to like try and club you with the hilt of his sword.
Me.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Sure. What's your AC?
28. 14.
Yep.
That's a good miss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Too bad.
Too bad he's got plus 13.
Oh, where are my D6? Can I have all my spare D6?
No.
All the random
No,
ones?
you can't. Yeah, that's 30d6 blinding damage. My head just explodes.
Alright, and Tim, you're going to take...
The fuck?
No.
You get me.
You're going to take 12 damage.
Pussy.
Nah, for his second, and his
Didn't
third,
even know.
and his fourth, and then his fifth attack.
He's using on you.
2 of the bodyguards,
Well, if he only has
the-
one attack, that's not
the
too
other
bad.
guards. One's attacking you. Are you... Well, I'm assuming you're like... Yeah. Okay.
Do we want to set this up?
What?
I was just... No, I will be alright.
Because we're gonna die too quickly.
One of them's going to hit you, Ogre Mark.
Hit me. What? Never.
What? How did he beat 29 arm class?
Oh, actually, he gets 2 attacks.
Never.
Punch a hole through his heart.
Only one of them is going to hit for 7 damage.
Did you say 0? Oh. Like negative 12.
He's healing me.
You've got temporary extra hit points, Scott.
Your go then, Scott.
Despite all my rage.
I'm just your coach.
Fucking poggers! 22 to hit. The
Despite
motherfucker
all
that
my
had...
rage, I'm just a barbarian and not a mage.
The motherfucker that hit me.
Oh, that's cool.
What'd you do? Who are you targeting?
The one that hit me.
Sure. That's very loud. Holy crap.
Come on, boys.
What is that? Your dice are so hard to see.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
That's a 7.
Shivan.
We'll take that. So it's 11.
What was your to hit?
22.
I could teach you how to count all the way to 55.
I'm just gonna check something real quick, actually. Actually, no, it's 13, I think. Oh,
12 and half. 17.
because I did not realise that you get extra damage just for being in rage.
What?
Yeah.
You've been fucking it up the whole time.
Who would do that? Who would...
Yeah. Who would butcher that?
So you get like extra strength and then you get extra damage. Like rage damage. Yeah, rage damage plus 2. Still plus 2. Yeah, so 13 damage.
Yep. On this go...
Despite all my rage, my name's Dexter and I'm a shit mage.
Another one is going to try and hit you.
Wait, I've still
It's
got like
because of
2
that.
more attacks.
Come
Wait.
on!
Okay. Oh, I rolled a 19. I still haven't critted yet.
Come on, Scott.
Well, that'll be a hit.
No, it won't. You missed.
Well, 27.
28.
And
Hit points. Savage stacks.
attacks.
What'd you roll?
4.
And?
5.
Yeah, nice. Gotta make sure I get that 1 extra damage.
11 points of damage.
Yeah.
Is that 1 attack?
Does a 11 hit?
No.
Never mind then. Yeah, I think that's the end of my turn.
One of them is going to try and hit you back.
Never.
No.
What are they plus to hit? 15.
Yes.
What's your AC?
14.
Okay, 1 hits, 1 misses. Dealing 7 points
I feel like this dice tray is too hard between the sides of the table.
Yeah, it's no good for Scott anyway because you can't see his dice.
7
I
again.
just need my own dice camera. And I'll continue doing my tribal. It'd look cool if it goes the whole way around.
That's him. Garth, it's you now.
They're all in melee range, aren't they?
Yep.
Fuck.
What are you doing?
Crying. Put my tabaxi mask on and just go, meow. I'm not a person, I am a cat. I'm gonna cast. Does Hail of Thorns work on a melee attack?
Can I have a texter from someone? That one? Tim? Dunker.
Oh, there's heat metal on all of them. Hail of Thorns. Next time you hit a creature with a ranged weapon. Fuck!
You reckon I should use reckless attacks? It means I'll have advantage on hitting people, but I have advantage on hitting me.
No.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
I'm gonna have a dip with me javelin.
Yeah?
One of the ones that Scott hit.
The one I hit. Sounds like Skyrim music. Is it Skyrim music? No. Skyrim-esque music then.
What are you doing, Tim?
I'm not doing anything at all.
You just got a critical hit with a melee weapon attack. You can roll one of the weapon's dice. Damage dice.
So my
One
first attack
additional time and add it.
misses.
I
I get
get
the
to-
one. The second attack is a 16. Woo!
Okay, I'm drawing a very rough, quick map. Okay. Here you go. Move shit for me, please. Please hurry. Please hurry.
Map's not that good.
The most damage I can do in one hit is 44.
So you can place minis and fix cam for that. What'd you do?
I rolled a 1 for a hit.
With your javelin. Good job. You pull out your javelin, not used to it, you drop it.
Oh, so my second attack doesn't hit then. Because I dropped it.
You pull out a different weapon.
Me the whole boy. Can I try to attack with me the whole
Yeah, you just got disadvantage.
Fuck. I rolled a 16 for my second attack. Can I keep that?
Why? What? Don't you have a scimitar or something?
Oh no.
Pretty sure you got a short sword.
19 and a.
Oh!
19 and a fuck.
Is that music just like hideously loud? Yeah, it is. Fuck.
Not right.
Why are they so loud? They're so loud.
I think yeah.
Does the 13 hit?
Huh?
Does the 13 hit?
Who are you targeting? The big guy? Or?
No, the one that's got hit.
Yeah.
Oh, we like this kind
It does.
Uh,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah. Alright.
You need some bad guys with you. Is there any bad guys around? That can be the big boy.
Where was the big one?
He's come down like to, sure.
Oh yeah, he's fucking Tim
Yeah.
up, wasn't he? Don't mind that.
Yeah, you might have to just rearrange to.
Check it, what I just rolled for damage.
Him. We're all protecting that tank on the inside. You're getting fucked up, eh?
Perfect.
21 points of damage.
Yep.
I'm just point blank. I'm just like.
Just right up to his head.
I rolled two
That was
sevens.
with disadvantage,
Check
yeah?
it. Yeah, check out what I rolled.
What'd you, 22, was it?
20,
Check out what I rolled, Tim.
21. It's not below your waist.
Oh, it doesn't kill,
Okay.
Tim.
Does you fuck?
No, you said it didn't matter. Then we had the whole argument, remember?
No, that was if you didn't have to be on your leg, on your thigh. Remember? That helped you with day and night.
Then why does it have to be below your waist then?
It's always had
Sorry, you're waiting for me.
Yes, sure.
Okay, that's happening.
We're Charlotte, so technically we're upside down, Tim.
What?
We're in the show, so technically we're upside down. So
yeah.
technically it is. These nuts.
We're on the opposite side of the flat Earth. No, wait, we don't exist. The flat Earthers, I forgot that.
What?
Apparently Australia doesn't exist.
Oh, cool.
This is going to.
Feels bad, man.
there's-
You said that. What?
I don't know, I think it was flat Earth.
Oh,
Oh, feels bad, man.
Yeah. Hell.
Dexter.
Is bubble.
No, he's gonna like lunge forward with his staff, and he like stabs the one that you just hit like through the eye, and his staff, the end of his staff, just straight through into his head.
And then turn it into a bird.
He drops dead.
Oh shit.
Poggers.
Own attack.
Actually, not that scared anymore.
Does own attack get 3 attacks or 2?
2. I only get 3 because I have to.
Do you want his character?
Yeah. Both of them miss anyway, because I just rolled fucking a 2 and a 3.
I'll
Come
roll,
on,
I'll
Al.
roll for him.
Yeah, same here.
10,
Oh, 20.
4.
I actually rolled a 19 though, but look, no, he's already rolled him. There's Batman.
Okay.
I'm sure Xanath will do something handy.
Zenith went. And
Vicious mockeries.
So I rolled 6 attacks and 4 of them were 2 low. One of them was a crit though. Okay, back to the top. He is going to. Garthy's going to try and hit you again.
No, he's not.
It is.
No, he had a change of mind. And
10 is.
10's a miss.
So that's 19 and 24.
They're both misses.
With one of them dead, he's going to try and fucking slash you too.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, no, he does.
No. He's like, good job. I want to hire you guys.
12 points.
Fuck, yep. Okay.
Of healing.
Remaining. Oh.
Sorry, what?
He still did though. Yeah.
That's actually 18 points.
What was remaining? I'm so confused.
And for his bonus action, he's going to say to one of the others, he's like, go and ring the alarm. To like one of the other guys. Cool. That's his go.
Who did he say it to?
To like, yeah, one of the other
Because they're
guys.
gonna lose a fucking leg.
Well, it's them now. Well, 2 of them now.
Attacks of opportunity.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I had to check. 1 second. Oh my god! Why have I not saved this page? I've got everything else saved except for this fucking page.
Same.
Got your sticky
I
notes
know!
for a reason.
I know.
But if you don't know, now you know.
More or less. I'm sort of getting used to where everything is.
You're doing this again.
But still,
Yeah,
still.
we're doing this.
One of them runs back, so he'll probably get an attack of opportunity from you.
Just Scott.
Yeah.
I'm pretty close.
Oh, this one's like a bit near Scott.
Did you fuck him?
16.
Yep.
I guess I'd get savage attacks on this. 11. Might as well use savage attacks. Oh, double check it.
Let's.
I wouldn't worry about it at one point. You gotta roll lower than 11. You gotta replace the roll, don't you? Yeah, fucking good one.
No, you get the pick.
What'd you get? Is it better? Worse?
Well, is it a 12 or is it not a 12?
Nah, it's not a 12. So, it's 11 plus 4 plus 2, which is 17 points of damage.
200 points of damage. Fuck, that was a good hit score.
17. Yep. So he runs back towards like
I chopped his leg off.
back wall. And there's like a pedestal with a little talisman on it. He touches the talisman. Gone.
Maybe we should tell him
I have a feeling it won't work. Let's just all kill like this
and then run.
big boy.
Take him as a hostage.
Yeah.
That's
important do you
his
reckon he is,
action.
though?
Can he make it?
He's wearing pretty good gear.
No, he can't. Tim.
That was Scott.
Okay, that's him. Scott.
But if there's... would I draw any attack of opportunity for you?
No, not from him. Oh, if you
If I go for him, yeah.
You've got, yeah. So do we have some baddies?
Yeah.
Give him a couple of baddies. We need 3.
Well, 2. One's dead, one run.
Oh yeah, sorry, 2. Yeah. Yeah, so you've got like one probably next to Xanath against that wall, and another one like on the opposite side of the pillar. Yeah.
And then opposite.
Like near you, towards you. Yeah, they came from that back wall. Yeah, sort of like that. Perfect.
It's cool.
Is it?
It's gonna be my
Can I
next
fit
tattoo.
through that?
Yeah, because like you can sort of move past friendlies.
Fuck it.
easier than-
I'm second that fucking attack opportunity.
Okay. That's gonna be a hit.
Did you say miss?
Oh, Sneak Eyes is 5 points. Yeah.
Okay, boys. Time to mess him up. Oh, another fucking 19! You're actually joking, but I gotta get 20. So I'm assuming that's a hit. Since I rolled a 19.
Nah.
Oh. 14?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, for hit.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I actually
I
probably
thought
should.
you were telling me damage
Yeah,
was
never
for
mind.
the first attack.
I probably should roll damage. Because I can kind of metagame with savage attacks. Well, I would probably roll savage attacks on that one since it's a 1.
Yeah, nice.
13 points of damage.
Yep.
Rip. That is it.
What'd you roll?
A 5. I rolled a 6 and missed, so I rolled a 5.
I just
Might have had temporary armor class for the first attack.
Yeah, he used our shield.
Sure, that's you. Yellow boy next to Giannis gonna go and hit him for.
It's gonna get double teamed.
Who is? Unfortunately.
That's him. Tim.
But
Actually, no. Before you do that,
Not popping.
you hear a word sort of resonate around you in a language you can't understand, and from behind the Hydra throne, 4 like ghoulish creatures emerge and linger out onto the floor, and their sort of like mouths elongate, showing their like long lizardy tongue.
I should have tried to grapple him.
Huh?
Should have tried to grapple him.
So you can bang 4 more models onto the table around the throne.
I don't want to be in this spot anymore.
You're the worst. Chaos Guard and a Gene Stealer. Oh wow, they might as well all act on the same initiative.
You fucked up, babe. Oh, he's dead.
Well, we won't have to worry about people missing sessions anymore. There's no party left.
That Gene Stealer is so good, actually. It's very accurate. Yep.
Why'd you have to pick like the 4 biggest models?
Yeah, you're the worst.
Good job.
Okay, now it's your go, Tim. Garth.
Woo! We're shooting fucking old mate. I don't care. I'm taking disadvantage. It's a frost arrow.
It's like, why are you rolling a d4 to hit?
And
18 to hit.
what
Yes.
did you roll?
10
Oh,
and 11.
nice. Carry.
What the fuck is D8?
Ow.
Big boy's gonna die.
If he doesn't die, I'm using reckless attacks next turn.
That's okay. 12, 13, 16 for my first attack.
Mm-hmm. Where's his health?
I rolled an 18 and a 4. I'm assuming a 12 doesn't hit him.
No.
Incorrect.
Well, correct.
Yeah, incorrect. It does hit him.
At this point, you hear boom, boom.
Maybe we should just fucking belt it out, yeah.
As what you assume to be the gong in the previous room rings out 2 bells. Sure. So, these guys, Xanath is going to fight, and that's not a hit. That is a hit.
Make him use vicious mockery.
It's rapier. 4, 6.
Wait, is that gonna be the first time he's hitting us because he's rolled it?
Was it possible for me to one-shot the dude without critical hitting him?
Who? The big guy?
No, the bloke that around me.
What's your max damage?
12 plus 16.
18.
The most you can do is 18.
Yeah.
Non-critical, non-critical.
No.
No, damn it.
Not even close.
What if I did 40 damage?
No. This is metagamey as hell, but no.
Can I kill him with 18 damage?
Why not?
Yeah, no, Scott.
That
no,
other
you
one
can't.
died. That other one died pretty easy.
That other one got a crit from Daxter.
Oh,
And I hit him.
And
like,
yeah, I
20
think
points of
everybody else hit him beforehand.
Yeah. So,
Daxter is
18.
going to cryo orb that guy.
what if I chopped his leg off?
Does
damage. Maybe if it's a critical hit, weapon 8 cold
Yeah.
shot.
God, I missed school shots.
Yep. Is 22.
Yeah. I'm doing reckless attacks next turn.
Just go on fucking ham.
And elm attack. That's a hit.
Hey, he's doing something.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, who's the arm attack
Plus
on?
eight.
This boy, I guess,
D8 plus 8.
to protect his body.
Yep. Oh, fucking Jesus Christ. 9.
This would be a good time to have greater teleportation. Or mass
36.
greater teleportation.
Okay.
Wink, wink. No.
So back to the top. The bodyguard is going to hit you again. No, yeah, not again. He's going to hit you, Ogre. Well, he's going to try to. That's a miss. That is what?
Not
20.
14.
Going to be a hit.
That's a miss.
Oh, Jesus.
Nah, that's right. Middle. Because I'm done. Action.
It's 18 plus
Minus.
18, 22 total.
If that hit me, that wouldn't have been good.
I'm not feeling so good.
I'm not good.
No,
I'm
it's
taking
a-
41 damage.
Don't attack hit me!
Medic.
Medic!
They're going to do
Medic.
that.
Mercy.
The ghouls sort of all begin. They don't attack, but they linger around and they move over into this corner and sort of stack up in that corner. They're doing that.
Come on, Scott. Put a bit of effort into it, Scott.
14, these guys. So one of them's going to hit Xanath, one of them's going to hit Alan attack. That's a miss. That's a miss.
Oh,
That's a miss. Ooh, what's his? That's a miss.
that's bad bullshit.
That's a hit. No, that's going to be a miss as well. Fuck me. His AC is abundant. They all fucking missed. That's irritating.
Yeah, for us.
Most they've ever done.
Cool. Right, Ogre Muck.
Okay. Fuck it, I'm using reckless attacks. I'm gonna die this turn anyway.
No, you got your.
Yeah, exactly.
One.
So it is. I'm not sure if it's from one person or from everyone. Probably from everyone. Let's be honest.
You are the kind of person that would get a tribal tattoo, aren't you?
Nah. I thought it was cool when I was 14. But just trying to add some character to the box.
At second level, you can throw aside all concern for defenses to your attack with.
Sorry, start
Feast
again. No, I
desperation.
was giving Tim a weird look.
When you make your first attack on your turn, you can decide to attack recklessly.
Yep.
Doing so gives you advantage on melee weapon rolls using strength.
Yep.
During this turn, but next attack rolls you have
Advantage against you.
have advantage until your next turn. What the fuck? During this turn. But the rolls against you have advantage
Yep.
until your next turn.
Yeah, okay.
So all of them.
You gain advantage, but you also get advantage against you.
YOLO. We're using it.
Yep.
What the fuck? That's my third 19 before it fell off. Or was it 12 anyway? That was still would have hit. But, okay. We've still got advantage. So 20. Never mind. Okay. Let's hit. Fuck me. 10, 12 points of damage.
Yep.
On the big boy. 7 and a 17.
Yep.
So that's a 24 something like that. That's a hit.
Yep.
Ooh, that's 5.
Cool.
Savage attacks.
I love the way your
Fucking 12, please.
skill set is like 50-50, like, you know, it's either like hit or miss kind of thing, like.
It's just like jank.
So 18 points of damage.
Yep.
And
That's 30 all up so far.
critical hit, come on. 16. So that's a hit. But can we get a critical? Fuck. 17.
Yep.
Come on, boys. Get another 12. Full glory. 10. So that's 16.
Another 16.
Yes.
46 points of damage.
Jesus, sweet.
As your, what do you even use?
Great axe.
Great axe. Your great axe tears maybe like across his chest and leaves this gaping wound. Wonderful.
Now I'm fucked.
Yeah.
What was that? 46 onto here.
Surely he's struggling.
Yep. Okay, so you hear a and look over to where the ghouls are, and a doorway has opened where there was no doorway previously. And stood in the doorway is...
Oh, whoa, where the fuck did that mini come from?
That's one I've been keeping secret. Dun, 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 dun. Let me find the artwork and stuff.
That's Ras Nsi.
That's actually good as yonder. Don't break it. Oh, he's over there now.
Oh shit, he's actually really far away. Kept him upright the whole time. Can slide.
Who does this on a regular basis? Me?
What, DMing?
No, like prepare stuff like a normal person.
Because you didn't think we'd just go fucking barreling.
Well,
Let's not talk to Ras Nsi. Let's just walk into his throne room.
yeah.
And attack his guards!
set out to avoid Ras Nsi and went directly to his chamber.
Well, hopefully, we'll try not to find a tomb. And
Just trying to do some recon, but didn't turn
okay,
out
I can't find his stuff. But you find a...
neck
Oh,
man.
here it is. A onesie with a massive red scaly body, much larger than any of the others you've seen. His top half is human. However, you can see he has various linen wraps around his face, some across his body. He has wounds that seem to be not healing across his stomach.
Let's cure the curse.
And
We're fucking idiots!
and his bald head with one eye peering out from behind the bandages.
It's so simple.
I'm just gonna let this happen for a minute.
Funny if we got this wrong in his actually, but the way, nah, you're probably right.
He just wants to kill the curse. We're like, nah, you fucking gonna die with us.
We're the heroes. It's like Handsome Jack.
Oh, fuck. I'm really sad the other two are here for that revelation. The plot thins.
Where is it?
Oh, fuck.
Oh, this is the worst shit ever.
So, Ras Nsi stood in the doorway. The door opens and the ghouls seem to swarm around him almost to protect him. The first thing he says is, Serum. And from all around you, the decorative shields that were hanging on the wall, across the room, and seemed to float around him, almost forming a hovering phalanx shield wall around him.
Okay.
Big narrative. It's fucking murderous.
And you see the guards, including the bodyguards, sort of stop and sort of recognise. And as this is happening, more Wanti begin to come down the hallway behind you, led by the guardsmen who
They attacked us first.
had walked off before. A couple into sort of the back where the medallion is.
So, how many roughly?
There's now about 12
3,000.
Wanti
Extra.
sort of like, coming down the hallway in the room, spread around amongst you.
It honestly doesn't matter, really.
12 all up or 12 extra?
Extra.
We got them. we had 2 on the ropes.
So, at this point, I'm assuming you're going to want to come out of combat.
Yeah, just
Nah.
Or you can keep attacking, do what you want.
Yeah, I dropped my great axe.
Oh, you don't have to drop it. Just stop swinging it.
You don't have to drop it, just don't put it in other people.
Especially his bodyguard.
Yeah, look, we had you on the back foot, but we'll let you get away this time, boys.
So,
Just start going to spin the wind.
I'll just aim for his good eye. Cold,
So, when we kill him, they all die, right?
cold shot. 15. I'll pay that.
I'll pay that. Pay 21.
so, Ras Nsi, with everybody
Just like
stopped
try and like
and
kick
now
the dead
looking.
body off to the side so we can't see it.
Try and nudge it behind a pillar. We'll just wrestle him.
We're just having fun, mate.
Yeah, we're just having a bit of a brawl. He started,
Sort of looks over and looks at what's happening, and he sort of says, I'm trying to make fucking Battle Bards has fucking crashed again. God, this fucking
How
website.
should I go?
G'day, mate.
Oh god, what's it doing?
I see you found yourself in my temple.
You fucking right.
That's Ras Nsi's voice.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Radical weapons, dudes. I'm in a slight pickle.
You fucking right.
Can you cure the curse for me, boys?
Fucking the hell? What is wrong with you?
What's wrong with Ras Nsi?
So, Ras Nsi says,
Get up.
perhaps, what was her name? Celsi's charms are not what they used to be. And here you find yourselves in my throne room after I accordingly invited you to speak with me. Explain yourselves. He just stands there looking you over.
So,
The guards at this point are gonna attempt to take your weapons as well.
Well, we don't really have a choice.
I love the way you can't really see, on the map cam, you can just see a swarm of enemies coming down the hallway. Oh, you ruined it.
wonder if I can run over and touch it and see if I teleport away.
Take 4 attacks of opportunity on the way through. Yeah, risk it.
For the biscuit.
What are you doing?
Nah.
Scott was gonna make a run for the bell, the teleporting thing.
There's a couple of guards that teleported in, stood around.
Yeah,
Damn it.
risk it.
Just jump through.
Doesn't work on humans. You tell me what to. You tell me. See you, dickheads.
It's like off the Simpsons movie. I was going to say
He gets stuck. He's like,
Fuck. Yeah, I took the wrong turn. Fuck, how do we even go about this conversation?
sorry.
We thought you were a bad girl.
So you want to stop the curse? I guess.
Are you saying that to him? Is that...
Yeah.
You're not looking too You're not looking too shabby, mate, are we?
Yeah, I mean, you can make a medicine check.
5.
Yeah, you don't know shit.
Can I take one as well?
Shit.
Eleven.
I mean, you two are the only two that are going to be talking, so it doesn't matter what the other guys say.
11.
On attack, rolled. 8,
Does 11 do anything?
rolled.
Sorry?
11.
Yeah, with an 11, you'd be you'd notice the cuts across his abs and that. They definitely look almost like the skin on them is not scarring, but almost decaying.
He's got snake aids.
And some of his scales are beginning to peel and that sort of thing.
Looks like we got off on the wrong foot.
You don't seem like a bad chap.
So, did you say about the curse? Is that
Yeah, I can
what
sure.
you actually said?
Yeah, I'm opening up with the curse.
Yeah, sure. And he's
We've got these cubes. Do you want them?
Start juggling the cubes.
what do you know of this curse?
That is the entire reason we are here. To
Basically,
stop
just
the
telling
curse.
what we know. That it's affecting.
We're looking for the Tomb of the Nine Gods. That is why we are here.
Yeah, when you say that, the bodyguard in particular sort of looks around and looks at him. Once they take your weapons, the shields, he says something in
Snake. In Australia, mate.
And the shields back over to the walls. The ghouls sort of linger around him. One of them climbs over his tail and the whole time sort of eyeing you off.
We'll fuck him up.
And he sort of begins to step forward out into the room, and he says, "The Tomb of the Nine Gods and this curse. You believe they are entwined somehow?"
Yes.
We've met with an Azaract chap.
When you say that, even his eyes sort of widen. He sort of raises an eyebrow and looks back at the bodyguard, who gives him an even more concerned sort of glare.
We're his best friend. No.
And he says, "You've met with Azaract."
Yeah.
And how does this make you believe that they are connected, this tomb and the curse?
Well, we also learnt some information from the Red Wizards.
Which
Who you
might
may-
captured.
Yeah, who you may know of.
Yes, a pest that has been lingering around the shrine throughout Onu. Yes, much like yourselves. However,
A little more.
But they
resourceful.
can't be that good if they're like torturing. Well, I guess if they see a human as lesser people.
Unless they're trying to find a cure for the curse.
seemingly these wizards were much less resourceful than your little party.
You just run away from the frog. You don't have to do anything. You don't fight it.
Wait, we did
Yeah, but then we just left it alone. Rip.
to die.
Just fed at somebody and fucked off.
Sorry, Nick.
You've done well to seek me out in my fane and to get in here undetected. However, how you found this place I'm curious of, and why you are here even more so. If you are looking for the shrines, if you are looking for the cubes, if you are looking for this curse or the tomb, none of which is here.
Well,
The cubes are probably.
hindsight 2020. Well, yeah, we just got told to palace and we started looking and looking more.
And look where we are.
I believe you've been told misinformation, perhaps a trick by one of these wizards, perhaps to get some retaliation or some vengeance for his comrades that perhaps have fallen or that are still here.
He overestimated us then, didn't he?
Or perhaps he just wanted to see your doom.
We did save his life though, and he did seem genuine.
Or maybe he was misinformed as well.
Yeah.
Then how can you be so sure that this curse and the tomb are connected?
We can only try.
Well, where else are we supposed to take the cubes?
We believe that the soulmonger is the cause of this curse.
What is this soulmonger?
We believe it's an artifact that feeds off souls that is stopping healing magic and resurrection.
And you have proof of this?
How do we hear about soulmonger? Like someone?
I don't remember.
Asaract, actually. We asked him about the soulmonger, and he was quite surprised that we knew of it.
Are you lying?
No.
We mentioned the soulmonger to him back in the past.
That's right, yeah, you did too.
I think it was Lady Cassar. Oh, yeah.
She did mention it. She mentioned that there was an artifact.
Yeah. Was it from one of the temples? Or I don't
I
know.
think Salida told us maybe.
Yeah, you've picked up little snippets of information
Or it's a barn.
along the way.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We just heard rumours.
We know it's the soulmonger, because Asaract seemed quite surprised
Yeah.
that we knew of its
Yeah.
existence.
We put pieces together.
So you believe that this soulmonger is the source of this curse, which is in the maintenance of this Asaract.
Mm-hmm.
And you believe him to be hidden within the tomb?
Potentially.
Maybe the soulmonger's in the doom as well.
Because someone was his like toy or whatever.
Yeah. Like he created the artifact, I think.
He sort of paces a little bit back and forth across the front of his throne,
Slithers.
sort of considering what you've said. His bodyguard sort of goes over to like confer with him a little bit.
Does his bodyguard look half dead? Well, half dead.
Quarter dead at least.
A ratio at his total hit points.
And he sort of considers it. And you can see Ras Nsi actually becomes a little bit agitated.
What's that over there?
And he sort of, between them sort of bickering a little bit, he sort of grasps at one of his sides where this saw is.
It's all
You'd see that this heat metal on like a shell.
And he sort of comes back and he says, you prove to me that this soulmonger is within the tomb. If you can prove that this is true, that what you've told me is true, then not only will you be free to leave, but you will leave with my blessing, with access to the tomb.
What do you mean? How can we prove it's in the tomb if we don't have access to it?
Yeah, that's a bit.
You have to give us access before.
Oh, I'm so making an Australian accent for the next character.
If you have no proof, then you will be found as trespassers.
What if we find
Can
something?
they read minds?
No, it doesn't. No, if we find something.
Xanath's visions.
What about it?
Get him to read his mind and see the visions of Asaract. And the song.
Well, they can. If they read our minds, would they know we're telling the truth about Asaract and the Soulmonger?
Oh, I've just had an idea.
Tits.
Tits!
There's just a chick on the page.
Oh, that's Sleep. Celsia. Can we just call her Salsa for these?
No, she can't. Dexter.
Pipe. He's been awfully quiet.
Says,
And useless.
perhaps I can show you. And he begins to conjure an image. And you will recognize it as the tavern where you previously sat with Asaract and discussed what was happened. And to the best of his ability, Dexter conjures this image and shows it to Ras Nsi and everybody else. They watch it, and you can see when when Asaract enters and begins, chatting with you and that sort of thing and discussing it, Ras Nsi sort of, first of all, when he sees him, his eyes sort of widen. And the more it goes on and you start to discuss the soulmonger and everything else. Yeah, and you can see Ras Nsi's, you notice his fists almost clench, he becomes more agitated, and begins almost to shake with anger. And eventually he says, "I've seen enough." And Dexter stops the image. And he sort of begins pacing again and starts talking with his bodyguard, and they converse a little more. And eventually he stops and he says, "If what you've shown me is true, which it seems to be, if you hadn't met with Asaract, you could not have shown me his form. You could not have shown me his voice."
Which sounds like.
Then perhaps you are in a position to help me.
Oh, we can be friends. Mutual benefits.
You may have noticed that myself, amongst many others, are afflicted by this curse.
Mm-hmm.
No shit, shut up.
Scott says that out loud and does.
We have been trying to find a cure to no avail. The Red Wizards, who you hold in such high regard, and he's still pretty angry. It's not necessarily directed towards you, but the whole
We're just trying to help, buddy.
sort of
We know where one is if you want to kill him.
the whole sort of tone is sort of directed towards
Yeah, he's waiting.
Around the place.
Yeah.
Sorry, they just told me page what? 230.
Turn that on.
230 at all. Oh no, maybe it is. I'm looking at the wrong page. Oh, it's here. That's annoying. Sure. He says, then perhaps if I trust you and you are going to destroy this curse, then perhaps I can give you entrance to the tomb.
And the troops.
Fodder.
For it seems that I have been betrayed, which is not something I take lightly.
By. Did Asaract betray?
Make a persuasion.
Come on, Timmy.
A persuasion of +0. 11? Probably not. 20 on my 4th roll.
Try. What did you roll?
11.
Stop doing that. It's so confusing. Yeah, I mean, even with an 11 in this state, he's probably willing to confer a bit of information. He says, when Asarak first arrived here, we made a pledge. He would give me command of the city, and in return, I would protect his tomb. Soon after the curse began, and I thought it was a indifferent matter, a coincidence. It seems that I've been played for a fool, and I've been protecting this curse that has left me in this state.
Got you good.
Have you been resurrected before? Generally, that's what happens. Unless you're
Yeah,
just
no. I know the answer. I'm trying to decide if he'd tell you or not. He probably would, I think. Yeah, he goes on to say multiple times.
Now there's your problem.
You're stitched up.
Oh, I'm trying to find the fucking...
You done messed up, Aaron! No, go down, Principal O'Shea. Head his office right now.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
I even knew about ARL before I even saw that video. I just thought it was a thing. You missed up ARL.
So, he says to you, you'll be escorted from here. I will give you the location of the tomb. I will give you the cube that you'll need to enter.
What?
I'm assuming you have the other 8
We've
real
got
cubes.
10 cubes. So we've got 1 from the past and then 9 cubes. So we've got a
The
duplicate.
other 8 real cubes.
So which one's the fake one?
The last tomb that you did, the one... No, not the last tomb. The one on the...
Island.
Yeah.
But who put the fake cube there?
But there was already
Ras Nsi.
2 fake cubes. But wait, wasn't there 2 fake cubes there already? And then there was one?
No, there were 2 hologram cubes. So they must have cast a spell or done something.
So the real cube was another fake. They're all fake cubes, I
Yeah.
guess. Motherfucker. So Salita wasn't lying. Well, that's why we got a little bit angry. Salita told us there was another cube when we had all 9 cubes. Celsi. Salsa.
No, she told us when we had 9, but there was a duplicate, and then we found the extra one. Like, oh, they're actually lying to us.
Yeah, we were led to believe, sort of, you were lying to us. So that's how we got ourselves into pickle, and now we're all good friends.
See,
That's
if we
in the
went
past.
if we went to the last one and there was no cube, we would have met you, essentially, because we don't have any other option.
Yeah. I believe we've got off on the wrong foot.
Yeah. If we actually found it and then killed it and then rocked up, it's like, oh, it's already done, bro.
Yeah, you can use yourself now, man.
You're good.
We saved you, fam.
No, give us money. No, we just get to keep our lives.
Yeah.
Okay, finally, I found what I'm fucking looking for.
We killed half your army, we'll do the other.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that movie.
What one? Oh, Thanos.
Infinity War,
Yeah.
yeah. Just,
I know that he dusts people and stuff.
yeah, he
And I
does.
think I know 2 people who get killed already, so feels bad, man.
We're on stream, Tim.
Sorry.
So,
Well, if you're a fan, you would have seen the movie by now. Pick up your game.
Damn. Fucking block you.
so I'm just trying to see exactly what he offers you, because he does offer you some stuff, so...
That's the answer to everything.
Is that the actual mini for Ras Nsi, or is that just a random one you found?
What?
That mini.
No, it's just... I'm assuming it's actually meant to be Ras Nsi, but it is just a random one. It wasn't branded as him. It's very fucking close, though. Sure. So, he says, there are some here amongst this profane that seek to overthrow me in my weakened state and that would see me put to death as so somebody can take my position. I cannot help you any more than give you what you need to get into the temple. I'll spare no men. I'll spare no equipment
You're
or
3,000
supplies.
men.
You're gonna, he's gonna die
I thought
anyway.
this
And
was important to you, bro.
And I cannot guarantee that other loyalists to my opposition will not still attack you in the city or seek you out wherever you go. However, I will give you the cube that you require. I will tell you where the temple is, and if you succeed, then I will protect you as you leave the city and escort you from here.
Okay.
What if we overthrow your opposition now
No.
and then use all the full
How
forces?
big is your opposition? Like, is it a small rebel or is it like a
He sort of looks over to his bodyguard.
going
and
on
his-
civil war or?
His bodyguard sort of glances around the room and he says, perhaps this is a discussion for another time.
Yeah, no. It could, because it could be like a small rebel. It could be like bordering civil war. We don't know.
Yeah, but if we get rid of them,
What a
then we can
full
use
half of his.
everybody.
He continues, but believe me, this is something outside of your capabilities.
Yeah, no, like that.
Oh,
Would you be able to give us the kind of best directions to go to get out safely of this area, the palace?
no, all his palace. I'm assuming the palace is under his control.
I will send a
City.
patrol to escort you from here to the tomb if you would
Yeah,
desire to go directly there.
We may need to prepare.
yeah, just a little bit. Just a
If you
few.
need to prepare, I cannot spare the men to
Okay.
escort you around the city. We can escort you out of the
Just-
palace,
yeah, just
perhaps, and you will have my word that my men will not attack you again. I cannot guarantee all one T in Omu will not.
yeah, no.
How are we going to tell if the one's here with you or with you?
The bodyguards, like, the bad ones will be the ones stabbing you in the back.
But if we were to spot them before we was,
Well,
are we going to know to ambush them or not to ambush them?
best bet's to hide, or, you know, if you attack any of ours, they're probably going to attack you back.
50-50. Flip a coin. Yeah, okay. We'll try and avoid.
All one team.
And I just hold me axe.
And he's
Hand
like,
axe.
you know, do we have a deal?
Don't think we have a choice, do
Yeah.
we?
No.
We have a deal.
So whereabouts is this tomb at? Brother?
Where the tomb, where the
He's
tomb,
like-
where the tomb at?
He's like, I'm assuming you've been navigating this city for weeks. You have a map.
And 8 cubes.
Can we show him the two identical cubes? The one we got in past and the one we got in future, and say which one's which? Which one's fake, which one's real?
I've got both of them.
Or are they exactly the same?
Sure. So you show him the one from the past.
Yeah.
And
With the one from the present.
yeah, and he's like, this one holding the one from the present, and he's like, he throws it on the ground, and it just shatters.
What the fuck?
Um, He holds the other one, and he's like, this is interesting. Where did this come from?
The past where we met Asarak.
So,
So we stole from
we
the
were
past.
fighting some Yuan-Ti, there was a portal, no, there was a flash, and then we ended up in the Omu before it was destroyed. Then we met Asarak, and then that's when we started destroying the city.
And stole
then
some
we
cubes.
ran.
And stole some cubes.
No, that was before. Oh, we got this cube before we ran into
Yeah, we
Asarak.
acquired it.
And then hey,
You can make a perception. He's like, interesting. This is one of the original stone cubes. They were not always puzzle cubes to open a door. They were religious symbols almost to the old gods. This is
That's
an
what I was
original one.
interesting.
He says, however, this will not give you access. You will need this. And he hands you another cube. What do you
Wait.
write?
He
14.
just threw one, didn't he? He just threw the one that will get used.
No, he threw the one that you got from the present.
So he had two then.
No, he had one. You gave him the one from the past and the one you got from the temple.
Yeah.
He took the one that you got from the temple and smashed it because it's just stone. It's just granite.
Oh, the fake one.
Yes.
I didn't give him that one.
What did you give him?
No, we gave him.
The double ones. The
The
past
two.
and the present one.
So remember,
We didn't give him the fake one. So we got 10 cubes.
Mm.
we gave him the duplicates. Two
gave him-
duplicates.
We
Yes.
gave him the.
So the
and neither of
duplicates
those-
are the one from the past, from the temple on the pillar
that-
amongst
we
the
didn't get the
lava, right?
pillar one. No.
Because remember
What one
how
did
we
you
had.
get?
Remember how we had to
Longer.
go.
It was the one on the side.
I'm fucking
It
confused.
was that one that we got.
Because remember how we had to go.
We didn't grab that one, remember?
We,
No,
s-
we
we,
right.
We got that one, and then like the tavern was over here
Yes,
somewhere.
right. Sorry. So
So that's a real one. Both of the duplicates are real.
under
But
our.
we also have this one, but that's
Yes.
not the one we gave to him. So
No.
we just
We can just throw that on the ground.
Yeah.
We'll just do what he did.
yeah,
yes, sorry. So the one from here
we didn't give to him.
is no, but the
Fake.
one from here is
It's
fake.
fake.
Is
Yeah,
garbage.
But the two real
This
ones.
one, the one you got from the past,
Yep.
is like the one he's interested in,
Yeah, the relic one
and the other one
from the present.
is the real one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The one to
Yep.
open the door.
So we gave him the real one and the
Yes.
past one.
The past
Yes,
one's
okay,
just like an
right.
ornament.
Because when you said he threw it at the ground, I was
Yeah,
like,
I'm like,
fuck, we need
No,
that.
I thought you were showing him this one being like, oh, we already got it.
No,
And I was like,
we'll show him the past and the
Right.
present.
No, I'm
Yes,
like,
yes,
wait.
yes.
And then he said it's an ornament. I'm like, wait, what now?
Yeah, I was like,
yeah,
sorry,
sorry.
no, we're
Okay.
stuck. We're good.
What
So-
did you roll on your perception?
14.
Yeah, cool. You like standing there as you're having this conversation. I should have pointed this out before. There's like a open to this room which leads out to like some water, and now when you look over at the water's edge, there's like 4 heads just like resting on the thing. They're like the size of a car each. These heads.
Like a hydra. Do we have our weapons back so we can fight?
So
Yes.
Is it a 4-head hydra or just the 4 heads there?
you can only see 4 at the moment.
7 or 11.
So he says, "Do we have a deal?"
Yeah.
Yeah. So whereabouts is the tomb at?
Ah, that's right. I forgot you asked that.
Does he want anything for the past cube? Do a swapsies for something?
Like,
Do you ask him that?
He seems interested.
he can just take it if he wants it.
He's like, yes, I will let you leave in return for it. Thank you.
You're welcome, bro.
You already can do that. Better deal.
Deal's
off!
So he actually points to a point on your map back towards, I don't know exactly where it is because I'll have to find it, but he points back towards a building over here.
Oh, for fuck's sake, we're right next to it.
Yeah, but technically could have always been next to it.
And he says it's, basically one of these buildings. That map's obviously
Yeah,
not
yeah.
that accurate, but
Yeah.
yeah. Points
Yeah.
out a map, building down there, and he says, if you investigate around this building, I believe you'll find what you're looking for.
Around or inside?
We're pretty stupid.
You gotta be.
We're resourceful. as
Dex
ever.
is like, I'm sure we'll find it.
You said around though. Not
Maybe.
inside.
Well, we don't have to look far, do we?
And I suggest, if you haven't been already, you stay away from the northern end of Omu. There is a large lizard there, which is an ongoing pest to my people.
Yeah, we've seen it. And killed it.
He's like, what? He doesn't believe you at all.
No, we did.
Yeah. Okay. He's like, would you like some people to escort you there or out?
We can fast travel, it's okay.
You cannot fast travel on enemies. Fuck.
Yes, we would like an escort.
Just outside the palace.
Very well. He gestures to his
To the temple. He was going to escort us to the temple, wasn't he?
if you want to go directly there, yeah.
We went a long rest.
Yeah, we'll just do it at the camp.
What? Just keep walking.
What?
Well, get an escort to the temple and just go. Yeah, keep walking. Yeah, thanks guys, and then
Yeah, go across the road.
Go in, and then wait for him to leave, and then go back. Go
Oh yeah, into the temple.
Yeah, and then just go back out.
Oh, fuck it, we'll just go to the camp. We'll just escort us to the temple, have a look, and then just go back to the camp, long rest. They're gonna leave as soon as we get there. They're not gonna hang around. Cool.
Let's go straight there. I'm just still like bloody. And, yeah, let's go, guys.
I'm feeling pretty shit too.
I mean, yeah. Out an attack and probably lay on hands. Yeah, I'm assuming. What's his lay on hands?
25.
41.
Good God, his fucking player sheet is just a fucking disaster.
Represents the player.
Well, he's got a small health potion, so have that, I guess.
Oh no, I won't use motions. That's alright.
Yeah,
No,
do
if
it, Scott.
Is it D8 or D4? Oh, D6 even.
Do you know?
Have.
Nah, I won't drink it.
Just make him use lay on hands.
Yeah, that's what I was.
No, you don't have to roll. You just spend points.
Oh, right, that explains.
It's like a mana pool thing.
Oh, fuck it. You'll be right anyway. You're just going to long rest. So, he gestures to his bodyguard. His bodyguard sort of nods at a couple of, like, the guards around. And they sort of, like, they actually give you your weapons back.
You know that'd be funny as fuck? Like, we're back at camp, and then Salsy rocks up. I was like, you ready to go to meet Ras Nsi? Because she'll still be out here on her post.
Yeah, she went out. And then we can be like, look what we've got and show the real cube.
So, you follow the escort of the four guards that are like escorting you,
Yep.
and you step back down through the hallway into the main room. And in this main room now is probably 100 1T.
Hey guys.
And like as you walk through, you can just feel like all of their eyes just bearing on you.
Just flex.
Yeah, you guys are lucky we didn't get to you.
Alan Attack would notice there's one in particular that sort of stands out a little bit, sort of dressed a bit differently, and they are like conferring with a couple of people around them and like sort of, you know, gesturing towards you, and then they sort of disappear out.
They're
of the
not
crowd.
happy with Ras Nsi.
They're the ones that are
Yeah.
hating.
Get him! Traitors! Hate us because they're anus.
Because they're an anus.
So, yeah, I'm assuming you're not going to want to find anybody, so you continue out. They lead you back towards initiative for like 100 fucking people.
Sure.
They lead you back towards like the main doors that you came in through, and there's still that guard like on the front. And he's like, "Oh, how'd your meeting go?"
Good.
"Oh, good. What happened to you?"
You should say the other guy.
Troops.
Oh, so you can pick them. All right. Starts opening up the door, slides it to the side, and you're sort of led back out up the tunnel. You can see like it's definitely not like the sun's not about to come up, but you can see like little splits of sun beginning to come up over the horizon. As they lead you back out through the palace and start heading back down towards the south, like back towards the encampment and where the tomb entrance is. So, do you want to do anything along the way, or do you want to just like continue down?
Let's go. Yeah.
Whistle.
Straight back.
What's our time at, by the way? We're pretty close, aren't we? Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're just gonna head straight back then?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Yeah, so you head back along, making your way through some of the streets. You do see like a couple of patrols as well while you're walking through. They're sort of like not close enough to be even a problem, but they sort of like the other guys sort of gesture to them, and
So they're not the bears.
Just pretend we're slaves.
and you make your way back down and come to. So you sort of come to a point where, you know that your encampment is sort of off one way, and they're encouraging you to sort of keep going the other way.
Now we'll go to the temple.
Yeah.
In good faith.
We'll check it out.
Yeah.
And then we'll just ditch back.
Sure. So they like lead you around, and you come to like a walled-in compound. It looks sort of similar to like the temple walls that you've seen at all the temples and that, except the building inside just looks more like a normal house sort of thing. It is incredibly overgrown though, like vines from the building in the middle sort of drape out over the walls, almost like a canopy sort of thing. And with a bit of exploring, you manage to find a massive stone door, sort of leading down. It looks like almost it's heading into another building. And with a bit of an investigation, given that you sort of already know it's there, you don't even need to roll for it.
17, found it.
That's more than enough. You like pull back some vines, and yeah, you find in the center of the door there are 9 like slots that look like they would fit the puzzle cubes.
No, you just gotta put
No, this isn't the one, guys. Wrong temple.
The cubes are slightly bigger. They don't fit.
So yeah, the escorts.
They're all triangle.
The escorts sort of. It's like one of those kids' toys. Like
Yeah,
one's a
you gotta
circle,
put
one's a
them in.
triangle.
Just framing the circle into the triangle one.
The guards are like, well, we will leave you to it. Yes.
Hopefully, I don't have to put
Sounds
them in a
good.
certain order.
And they go. Speaking of that, did you see the crow solving one of them? It was amazing. The kid's toy with all the things in it. Oh
yeah,
my god,
yeah.
so fucking good. Anyway,
Get text to do that.
yeah. So you're stood in front of this door. You can do what you want.
We just like
It's free.
pretend we're fucking around with it until they're out of sight.
Well, they're gone.
And let's go back to camp.
Back to camp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Get my spills back.
Sure. So you head straight back across to your encampment. Don't take long. It's like 5-10 minutes away.
There's Finn and Elegir just chilling. Fully revived.
You get back, and yeah, what do you want to do? You just want to like take a rest.
Yeah.
Like by this stage,
It's like
because it takes like
6.
an hour or two to
Yeah.
get across town. So yeah, it's like sun's coming up,
Yeah.
sort of thing. Yeah.
We just need that long rest though for
Yeah.
rage and the spells that the spellcasters didn't cast.
Yeah, I need a level 2 slot back.
And I need my exhaustion gone.
Now that we don't have time limit, we can power level before we go in.
Do we not have a time limit? Why wouldn't we have a time limit?
It's not like, the fate of millions of people around the world, depending on you to solve a curse that's slowly killing them.
Well, they already had their second chance, to be honest. They've already died before. Really, they shouldn't have been brought back in the first place, so...
Cool, let's go for it. Wait, is Red Wizard still here?
He wasn't here last
yeah,
time.
he left last time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
Alright, I'm going to fucking sleep.
Yeah.
Getting the hay.
So,
Okay.
I think Alan Tack said he wanted to stay up for watch the whole night.
do we even need to have watch?
Probably, yeah. The one time you say that, we're going to get fucking killed in the sleep.
Whatever. Okay, then we'll have watch.
Yeah.
I'll go last.
Okay, last. So...
I'm gonna take North Shift! Oh, thanks, Alan Tack.
Well, there's one person that can go the whole night because it's just 2 hours.
Who's taking first watch? Okay,
Yeah, well, Paladin hasn't really done anything, so.
sure.
Mm.
So... Okay, let's leave that for next week then.
We're gonna get a tap because the traders already know we're onto it.
The what?
The other Monty.
Traders. Rogue traders.
What are we gonna call them?
Rebel scum.
I just said
Well,
You said rebel scum,
Yeah.
and he said Roger Roger.
it's Tim.
Is that the only line you know from Star Wars?
I am this.
Roger, Roger.
Jesus Christ. Okay, we're done then for this week.
Cool.
These are not the drawings you were looking for.
What a bit of a mess.
It was actually not too bad.
I am Luke.
I just have a feeling me and Tim got into situations that we wouldn't have got into if we had more people here to discuss it with.
I feel like that would have taken maybe 2 or 3 sessions if it wasn't only you two.
Yeah.
So-
In a way,
We've kind of.
Accelerated.
you know, not that I want to like rush this through it, but I am kind of glad that, like, after doing an 8-hour session and not really getting anywhere, I'm kind of glad that you two have managed to
Speedrun.
power through and get us sort of back up.
We've already made up for the 2 weeks that we've missed.
So basically, we would have had to meet with Ras Nsi anyway.
Yeah, there's literally. Is that what? When you're talking about the other campaign that you watched with this fucked up, did they just like fuck with Ras Nsi when they had all the 1T chasing them? They like tried to like full kill him.
No comment for now.
No comment.
Shimmy.
I really want to go play Neverwinter after we finish this.
Yeah, you say that every week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know,
you-
because I just want to see how it like. Because you know how when you like you're playing D&D, you're visualizing everything in your head. Like everything's in your head.
Final Fantasy is
You
completely
visualize
different.
stuff.
Wait, you can do that as well?
Everything's just in like 8-bit in my
I
head.
don't visualize anything. Alright, yeah, so
That's how you always play D&D. It's all in your head.
we'll be back next
None
week
of this is real.
to continue, and hopefully,
damn
Everyone
the
else is
party
back.
will be delving into, well, A, everyone will be back, hopefully. B, the party will be heading down into the Tomb of Annihilation.
Yeah.
And,
He just said it's Tomb of Annihilation.
Ooh, it's not too
Oh,
long, guys.
spoilers!
Spoilers! The plot thickens.
good grief. And, yeah, there'll be some shenanigans
Some
first
juicy
up, I'm
shit.
Sure. But anyway, that's fine. Just on a side note, quickly, you can check out the YouTube channel below if you want to catch past streams and that sort of stuff.
Project.
Also, there should be some cool stuff. So a bunch of us outside of this table, more like Burrow, C's, and myself, have been working on a bunch of new content to go on that channel. So there'll be a bunch of new stuff going up there. Tim has been discussing doing some stuff. I'm skeptical that it'll ever get done.
I can't find the webcam.
Eventually, stuff will happen. But yeah, there's going to be a lot of new content going up on that channel. That's what I've been trying to say. That's also the reason why I haven't been streaming very much. Because we've been doing a lot of recording.
Recording Pillars of Eternity.
Yeah.
I just recorded an hour worth of stream. And I was like, good luck editing it. 2 seconds later, didn't press the record button.
Oh.
That was bad. But yeah, no, we're doing some more cool stuff. I'm excited. Anyway, yeah. So we'll be back
next week.
Next week. Bye.
But